Picture this. You've poured your heart, soul, and every last dollar into your sister's dream wedding. You've secured the venue, funded the flowers, even arranged the honeymoon flights. You're the silent force holding your fractured family together. Then, one Tuesday evening, your phone pings with a message that stops your heart. You're not invited to the wedding. My name's Emily, and this is the moment my world began to unravel. But what they did next? It's a betrayal so dark, it'll haunt you. Before we dive in, if you've ever faced betrayal from those you trusted most, make sure to subscribe. You're not alone, and here we share stories of survival, strength, and second chances. I'm 31, single, and the woman my family branded the dependable one. For years, I carried that label like a lifeline in a storm. I've lived lean, stashed away every penny, and quietly pulled my family from the edge of ruin. My sister, Laura's wedding, was supposed to be my proof of belonging. I paid half the cost of a coastal venue, wired $16,500 for what Mom called wedding incidentals, and booked the honeymoon suite in Cabo because Mom's credit was a wreckage. I thought I was their anchor, but that text from Mom, "We've all decided you're not invited," wasn't just a dismissal. It was a calculated ambush, and I was the target. I stared at that message, my pulse racing, willing the words to shift. They didn't. Laura, who called me her anchor just weeks ago, and Mom, who I'd saved from debt's clause time and again, had banished me from the wedding I'd built. Why? The question gnawed at me, a shadow creeping closer. My gut screamed this wasn't random. I didn't call. I didn't text. Instead, I opened my laptop, hands trembling, and logged into the travel portal. 2 business-class honeymoon tickets booked under my name. Click. Canceled. A $3,800 refund flashed on the screen. Then, I clawed back the $16,500 I'd sent Mom. No words, no outburst, just a chilling calm, like the quiet before a storm. By 8:17 p.m., the calls began. Laura, my cousin, my uncle, Mom. 23 missed calls by dawn, each voicemail a thread. In a web of guilt I refused to be ensnared by. But one message froze my blood. My dad. He's the silent one, the man who'd rather tinker with a broken lamp than face family chaos. His text read, "You need to know this now." My thumb hovered, dread coiling in my chest. What could be so urgent that Dad, the man who avoids drama like a plague, was stepping into the fray? I called him, my voice barely steady. His was low, heavy with secrets. "Emily, I had no idea they planned this," he said. "They told everyone you walked away." My breath caught. According to Mom and Laura, I'd bailed, spun a tantrum over nothing. Laura told her in-laws I was unhinged, envious of her perfect ending. Mom went darker. She claimed I was unstable, bitter about being single, and vowed to sabotage the wedding if I showed up. Me, the one who funded the cake, the DJ, the flowers, the one who never whispered for thanks. The accusation hung like a noose. Dad sent a screenshot from their family group chat, one I was never part of. Mom wrote, "Don't worry about Emily. She's fragile because she's alone." Laura replied, "She's a ghost. Let her fade." My aunt added, "No seat, no toast, no chaos." Each word was a blade, slicing through years of ignored slights. The snide remarks at Christmas about my lonely choices, the engagement dinner where I was shunted to a corner table, while my cousin's new boyfriend sat beside the groom. I'd buried it all, believing my sacrifices would earn me a place. I was wrong, and the truth was closing in. Then came the strike that broke the silence. Dad hesitated, his voice a whisper. "There's more, Emily." He forwarded a message from the groom's mother, Margaret. She was poised, meticulous, the kind of woman who aligns her world with precision. Her email read, "I'm gravely concerned. The venue may have been canceled." I confirmed it. I'd pulled the deposit, still in my name. But Margaret's next words were a gut punch. Laura and Mom had opened a joint credit card for wedding expenses and listed me as a co-signer without my consent. They'd forged my signature, gambling I'd stay silent to preserve their facade. The betrayal wasn't just personal, it was a crime. That moment, something snapped. Not my heart, but my tether to them. I wasn't just their lifeline. I was their pawn. I didn't scream. I didn't collapse. I moved with cold precision. I terminated the joint Costco membership, severed their access to my Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus. I halted Laura's student loan payments. The venue. I let its cancellation stand, a silent earthquake. By Friday, the day before the wedding, their voicemails turned frantic. Laura pleaded, "Emily, this is a misunderstanding." Mom wailed, "How could you betray us?" But it was too late. They'd cast me out of their story. Now I was rewriting the ending. By Saturday, the wedding stumbled forward. They scrambled for a new venue, but the cracks were undeniable. Not in them, but in me. I wasn't the villain they painted, nor the savior I'd once hoped to be. I was Emily, the woman who stopped carrying a family that never saw her worth. I sent one final email to their chat, a Google Drive link titled Emily's Unseen Sacrifices. Every receipt, every payment, every shard of proof. Then I left the chat, the weight lifting like fog at dawn. Sometimes the only way to escape a trap is to burn the map and walk away. If you've ever been the unseen pillar holding others up, only to be discarded, hit that like button and share your story below. Subscribe for more tales of breaking free and reclaiming your truth.